good evening all. Ira Epstein, and I didn't even want to do this update given the boards that you see behind me, but they're there. It is Thursday. It is February 12th, 2026. Meltdown is the only word you could use in a lot of these markets. All the stock indices getting hit. Tesla down $11. Apple down 13. I mean, this is so rare that you get a big break like that in Apple. It's unusual. You're pulling everything, restoration, hardware, RH, Netflix down another 377, Amazon's been decimated. It's down another 460 as we look at it. Meta down nearly $20. What held up pretty good was Microsoft, but it's been down so much, where's it got to go? All of the metals gave you a pretty big reversal today. Is it a difficult day? It was one that took the breath out of me. I know I kept going. I wasn't drinking. I was drinking water today, and I'm going, oh my God, look at this. And it's a correction. And what has really happened is Anthropic set this off a couple weeks ago when it made statements and came out with these modules that could do certain things in the legal industry. Then it could attack the financial, now the brokerage companies. It keeps going as to what AI can upset. And that's what artificial intelligence is. It's a disruptor. But why is that disruptor hitting Apple was beyond me today. I didn't understand it and still don't. Apple, number one, doesn't invest heavily in AI, not for what they're doing on their phones. But what did happen with Apple is I believe it's the FTC wants to know why they're so biased in one political view. The other, and that's not me making it up, that's what's going on. The second thing is the chip company, or maybe the software chip company that's supposed to give the AI for the next phone won't make it for the next release. So that's a negative again. That's twice back there. Very quietly, Ford and GM held up today, but everything else, pretty ugly day, and that's all that you can really go and say. $40 lower in Goldman Sachs, $2 lower URA. What does this all have to do with it? A general sell-off. That's how I'm viewing it. And when you take a look at IGV, which is, one of the, if you will, the poster child of the software companies, you tell me what you see on that chart. I mean, this is a chart that was just up at $115. It's back to 80, so it's lost roughly a third of its value. It's still dropping away. It's got a bearish trend with lower highs, lower lows. It hasn't broken that pattern since all the way, I know this sounds wild, but right back here is where it began in December. This all happened lickety-split and right on down for that. If you look at the Bollinger Bands, you haven't hit it. You got away from it, and that was it. And the market might even embed again and throw even more bearish at you. So you got to pay attention. Caterpillar, which hasn't had a correction period, okay? It had an outside day a week ago. That lasted the next day. You're getting one here at a higher level. Will it just last the next day? That's what you got to ask. Hershey finally threw out a different signal. Lower highs, lower lows. But for it to be real, in my opinion, the slow stochastic has to give you a reading under 79. It hasn't. So the pros, they'll look to see in the morning, does it give it up? And if it does, you're opening the door for a market after this big of a rally can give some back. I was floored that Apple fell as much as it did. The market had an embedded reading. It was holding up. And all of a sudden, it's back to the 18 and 100-day averages. Do I think it's going here? No. Do I think this could be it? Anything could be it. It depends if people panic or not. But you just took all the air out of a market that was just at 280 and it lost quite a bit, back to the 260 level. When we look at energy transfer, like what's going on, it looks all around it, and what did it have? It had an outside day to the upside. So until today's low is taken out, I think the bulls grab control. I think they'll buy on breaks towards that 18-day average and see if you can get to that 1864 level. No, I'm not looking for $20 moves in it, but I am, as a chartist, excited in what I'm saying. Google, how far do you want to take it down? This was just up here into the 350s. You're now down to the 307 level, right? So this is getting hit pretty hard and relentless. It is oversold. It's running the Bollinger Band. It's not trying to embed, so who knows where the bottom is. Rivian. Rivian came out with their earnings today, and the market did pop afterwards. I don't know where it's at as I'm doing this, but it got up over $2. I saw that. The numbers look better. They are still losing money, but as they said, they're going to come out with their car. They're going to start building the new car in March. They'll show the lineup. They'll come out with their most expensive vehicle, number 2, and then behind it'll be that $45,000 Rivian. And Duo, this is just breaking down. As I said yesterday, I had one of the people I know asked me to cover this for him, which I'll do for a few days. It's still not showing any good signs. In the financial services, tell me that this just didn't get annihilated. Coming from $57, and suddenly you're down 10% in the stock. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3. In XLI, this is a huge industrial move down. So until you take out today's high, I think a trading top came in and you lost the bullish embedded reading. This was a sign, as far as I'm concerned, to the bulls, get out. Time to take your money off the table and be an observer for a little bit. XLE starting to get hit right against these Bollinger Bands. If it loses the embedded reading, it opens the door for wherever the 18-day average is. Gold got hit today. Take a look. Gave up everything there. It's not trending. It's just hanging around the 18-day average. And then when you come over to Walmart, Walmart doesn't know anything but I'm going higher. People are buying what I want. At my store, all economic levels, and this is just a great company. It's taken the leadership. The market that keeps getting beaten up and can't get out of its own way is Microsoft. It still has the bearish reading. You don't want to be a hero. Why did bonds get bought so much today? I don't know, but the BNDs over the upper Bollinger Band, maybe the market got spooked that something bigger was going on through here. In the dollar index, as I told you, I think the market can set up for a failure against the 18-day average. If it now gets under 26.73, I think it starts another leg to the downside. And in FXE, I think support will come in 109.34. But if the market can now start getting over the highs of today without taking out today's low, it could be the beginning of a bottom. So that's where I'm seeing the markets. I'm going to be trying to do a dollar or an FXE report either tomorrow or over the weekend for you. It'll be one of those visual reports. I was going to do it today, but as things are coming unglued, I said, hold on. I want to give you the best I can. Let's see how things act in the morning. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great evening. Watch the other videos. And by the way, if you want me to cover different stocks here, different ETFs, write to me on YouTube, and that's where we do this. I take a look at them, and then I start covering them for you if they make sense. I'm Ira. You take care.